gathered here today to mourn the loss. Mus, you started laughing. I started laughing too, man. What's wrong with you?
It's funny. That's why. It's full funny.
What's there to be said?
Well, we
Where do
can't
you
just
start?
abandon the show, can we? We have to talk about what just happened.
Before we get into what happened on Thursday, can I just say, Sam McClure, you are a fucking dickhead. You absolutely, you had us, breaking news, Carlton off-field drama, it's the end of the world. The Carlton Football Club is collapsing. Mate. They are clutching at straws. And this is what happens when you lose, yeah? Or when you lose, they see a story, anything's a story, you know? So Sam McClure, for whatever reason, if you are watching this, I hope you get hit by a truck tomorrow. Twice. Just a waste of air, Sam McClure is. An absolute dud. All seriousness. How can he call himself a fucking journalist and drop a story like that talking about, but maybe there's links to the underworld? Maybe, mate, they're just allegations, brother. You're in Australia. Like, it's allegations. So, Sam McClure, you are just a knob. You are like bottom of the barrel scum. Absolute scum for wasting our time tonight.
That was pretty bad, right? I mean, we delayed the show by 10 minutes. Not really delayed. We actually started on time. But we ended up going to
Normal standard.
We went to watch that, and I swear to God, I thought Voss got fired, or Cripps punched Voss in the head, something along those lines, and it wasn't the case.
Wish it was.
It wasn't the case. But look, we'll kick off the show. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my name is Amal, and joining me tonight I have Carl, Mus, and Andy, and we are the Monday Blues, proudly brought to you by Global Net Solutions, Mercandante Pizzeria, Elite Plastering, Kami Projects, YPA, Raz Homes, and the Bottle Pascaval. Gentlemen, how's the week been since Thursday? Carl.
Muss.
No, you get
Andy.
it, bro. One go.
Anyway.
I'll go. All right. Leading up to Thursday, we were cool, calm, and collected. Thought it was going to be an easy game. 41 up. We're like, fuck, this is too easy, man. This is fucking going to feel sorry for Richmond. This is bad. Where are their goals going to come from? I don't know what the fuck happened, but all I know is when that siren went, I wasn't even angry. I laughed. I laughed when that siren went. I don't know what the fuck that was. It was fucked. Disgusting. Like, he lost to a bunch of kids. 41 up.
Preteens.
41 up to a bunch of kids. Every single person that was getting the ball was bombing it long. From your waitering, your side, everyone had a turn tonight, that Thursday night. Everyone. It was just a shambles. It was fucking, it was disgusting. Disgusting.
For anyone wondering why we're dressed in black and with sunnies, we're actually at a funeral. This is a funeral procession. We're here to mourn. We are mourning at the moment.
Hate to
We'll
say
tell
it,
you.
boy, but I told you so.
You did.
Yeah, I've seen nothing. The signs haven't been great. Hasn't been any sort of lead up to, this is going to be a fantastic game. And even at 41 points up, I think what happened there is Richmond sort of thought, oh, hang on a minute, we're a bunch of kids here, we're about to be schooled. But at quarter time, they probably, in a huddle going, is that all they got? And they probably kicked into gear and thought, let's run amok. And they did. And we just watched. We just stood back and watched.
Can I get something quickly off my chest? I've written just a short list. Got a short list of apologies I'd like to make. First and foremost, I'd like to apologise to the Richmond Football Club and their young team and their supporters. We showed them no respect last week, and they absolutely ripped us a new arsehole. So if you're a Richmond fan, and we've been getting drilled in the last week, right? I don't know if you guys have noticed our socials, but we are getting absolutely wrecked. And you know what? Bring it. Rightfully so. We deserve
Rightfully
it.
so.
I think everybody associated with the Carlton Football Club right now deserves a whack, right? That means that includes all content creators, all supporters who got ahead of themselves. We didn't show Richmond enough respect and came back the other way. And, you know, you got to cop it on the chin and dust yourself off and move on. So that's my first apology. My second apology goes out to the great man, Moose. Now, I've had a number of arguments with Moose in the preseason where I've been, look, I was, you know, quite off, you know, early on in the preseason, but later on as the season drew closer, I got sucked in, as we all do. I got sucked in and I got positive. Moose, from the bottom of my heart, you've known me for 30 years. From the bottom of my heart, I apologize. I will never, ever, ever question your negativity again. In fact, not only do I respect your negativity, but I will join your negativity in trashing this absolute shit show of a football club at the moment, right?
I love it. Thank you.
And my third apology goes out to myself, my younger self. You know, if I could speak to my younger self, I would tell young Andy, mate, don't do it. Don't do it. Go for Geelong. Go for. There's going to be a team coming in called GWS. Go for them. They've got heart. They've got ticker. You know. But young Andy was foolish. Young Andy was blind, and I'm sorry to young Andy for letting him down. That's me. Amal, how are you?
I'm still not good. Like straight out, I'm not.
Amal just got home.
I'm not okay. I did just get home. Thank you. But leading up to the game, there was no excitement. There was no. It wasn't that 2023 feeling where we were going in, you know, with expectations, but knowing that there's an upside. It wasn't like 2024 where we just came off that magical fantasy run that we had going up and up to the semi-finals or anything like that. That feeling was not there, and nothing in the preseason showed it. And I'm not going to lie, Andy, I kind of fell for your optimism a little bit in the lead up to round one, but I said it to Moose. I said it to Moose after it was about halfway through the second quarter, or maybe at the start of the third. I'm on you. I'm not on you. Look,
You're on me. Get off.
What was this? I didn't say anything like that.
I am on your train wholeheartedly now. Wholeheartedly, because that is nothing. That is nowhere near where this club should be. Nowhere near it. Nowhere near it.
Where should we be?
See, I think I watched the game 3 times just trying to work the fuck out what it was that we were trying to do. Because the first quarter actually looked all right. It wasn't that bad, right? We're lowering our eyes, hitting targets, moving the ball around, not looking at the long bombs as much as what we did in the second, third, and fourth quarter. And we were getting on the scoreboard somewhat. But then it all fell apart as soon as Richmond just turned up the pressure gauge just a bit. And you can't blame it on one. They did. Yeah, they did. I reckon they turned it up in the second, and then they just ran over the top of us on the third. Or maybe we just reverted back to the same old shit that we did.
We got arrogant. We got arrogant.
We got arrogant.
Yeah.
I said this last week. This football club has achieved nothing for 30 years. What the fuck are we arrogant about? Are we still like riding a fucking semi-final from 2 years ago? That's what Carlton people still talk about. And we're guilty of that too. We're guilty of
Good George.
You know,
Mhm.
talking about what we've done in the past, but what have we actually done? Nothing. And we hold these players on a pedestal.
Yep.
These absolute spuds. Yeah, don't like. I'm trying my best not to lose my fucking mind.
There's one for you.
Oof. Oof. Not even VFL standard, that one.
Motlop,
Right on cue.
fraud.
Right on cue.
4 years. 4 years on an AFL list, you fucking fraud. Brody Kemp, 15, 20 meters out directly in front. You missed again, you fucking fraud. Frauds, mate, all over the place. Harry Mackay, big for fucking what?
Soft as butter.
Snap.
Absolute
Snap.
fucking fraud.
Snap it.
Snap it.
We're just a club full of what we could be. And us as supporters, we fall for it every single time. We've said it 100 times. This club is number one at PR. They are the number one PR club in the league. No other club can sell itself to its members like Carlton does. And we get sucked in every year. Here's our membership money. Here's our time. You know what I mean? And it's the time that we, as members, give up week in, week out. It's a hard, it's a hard, it's a hard life getting to the footy every week. Yeah, it's a hard life. It's a hard thing to do week in, week out. It's a time-consuming thing.
Yeah,
Of course
You
it
know,
is.
and I don't think they value or respect our time. I think it boils down to like bring it down as simple as possible, right? You can talk about coaching, which we'll definitely get into. We could talk about players, which we'll definitely get into. But the fact of the matter is, these players simply do not respect our time. Because if they gave a fuck about their fans, they would have given more of a fuck during the game.
Just a
And
job.
it's as simple as that. And holding their hands on their hips in the second quarter, they're tired, they're out of breath in the second quarter. Brother, what have you done all preseason?
Mhm.
You played a quarter of footy and you're already tired.
And that quarter wasn't that great either. Sorry, Andy.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah. The first quarter was disgusting.
There was nothing to write home about. Yeah, we're up by 41 points, but there was nothing special about it. The brand of footy wasn't great. It was, I think we just got lucky and Richmond was still sleeping.
I don't know. It was...
Bunch of
See,
frauds.
I don't think the blame should wholeheartedly be on the playing group.
Michael Voss.
If
Sack him.
anything, it's not just Michael Voss either, right? I think the whole coaching staff.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not joking. Look, there's no.
He's joking. He's joking.
There is no game plan. The connection between defense and mid is there. It's there.
All right, guys, we've been the Monday Blues. That's us for a while.
Miles not allowed in this
Thank you
week.
for tuning in.
Amar, John Bale.
I shouldn't be talking like
Not
that.
anymore. They'll be here soon. But, right, there is a serious disconnect between the midfield, our half forwards, and our full forwards. Nothing of what we saw on Thursday night resembled structure or a game plan or anything of the like.
The thing is,
Oz.
right? Oh, here, Oz. Get around, Oz.
On yours.
Could barely see the
Thanks,
game from
Oz.
my seat last week. Had to sometimes look up at the screen at the MCG. I got a better seat for this week's match at the MCG against Hawthorn. Level 1, go Blues. Yeah, I don't think the Blues will be going anywhere, to be honest, bro.
They're still in the coma. Stay home. Save your money.
Now, on Thursday, this is my little analysis piece because I had to look into the numbers and work out what the fuck it was that we were doing, right? Although on Thursday we were about 8% below our 2024 disposal efficiency average, which was sitting around 72%. That's why I refuse to accept that it's a talent issue. Don't tell me our midfield can't hit a target by foot or by hand. And the whole team was a problem. Second, third, or fourth quarter. None of them could hit a chest. None of them could get a fucking handball going. Nothing, right? We've seen it. We've seen this same list, bar a couple of changes, do it in 2023 when we went on that dream run. Targets were being hit, handball chains, running it down the field, down the guts. It's there. It's there. We had 65 inside 50s against Richmond. 65. We had 25 more inside 50s than Richmond. When you hear that, what goes through your mind?
Should
It
be
reminds
smashing
me.
them.
Do you remember when in 23 when we were smashing teams for inside 50s, but it was our ball movement.
It's still the
It was
same
our
thing.
ball movement. It's we're back there. We're back at the start of 23
Correct.
where we couldn't move the ball and the effort wasn't there. And it's like they were scared, but they're scared of kids.
Get this.
How many inside 50s did you say, Amal?
65. 65 to Richmond.
65. In all seriousness, how many of those were just long bombs? 55.
Yeah, but
Let's be real.
I hate the long bombs. But regardless of that, Carl, if you're entering your forward line 65 times, you'd like to have some sort of ability to go. Hang on a minute, you got 6 on 6 in there, right? Most times.
No. You know why? Because look at our forward line: Fogarty, Motlop,
That's where I was going.
Evans. Who's marking the ball? You got Harry get touched by a feather. He falls to the ground and looks at the umpire. It's not on.
Here's where it gets worse, yeah? We were running at 45 disposals per goal against Richmond.
Wow.
crazy.
Overuse.
45 disposals per goal. I wouldn't say it's overuse because we just long bomb it all the time, right? If anything, it's us having to bomb it into the forward 50, God knows how many times before we actually get a shot on goal and convert it, right? That's the whole team getting the ball twice and a bit more before we kick the goal. Of those 65 inside 50s, we took 10 marks. 10 marks.
Thanks, Georgie. Great
That's
comment.
a good call out right on cue again as well. 4 gamer on the
Bro, he slapped him.
on our gun forward.
Yeah. 10 marks inside 50 out of 65 inside 50 entries. That's a 15.4% conversion rate.
It's
Fuck.
disgusting.
You know, okay, so you know what that tells me as well? That the ball's hitting the deck, right?
Where's Motlop?
Where the fuck are our smalls? We've just recruited 5 of them in the preseason. We got rid of our highest scoring one, by the way. But whatever, okay. But Jesse Motlop, the second coming, where is he? Still coming.
Yep. And it's a great point because that's exactly what it was.
He's a
The reason
fucking
why
dud.
it was a
He's a
15%,
fucking scumbag.
the reason why it was a 15% conversion rate is because all of our long bombs into our forward line, every time it went in, Mackay was either nowhere to be seen or on the ground. And every other time, we were putting it on the heads of our small forwards as if they were fucking prime Tony Lockett.
Yeah.
How many times did we kick it long into a 2-on-1 contest and that one from Carlton being Motlop or fucking Francis
65
Evans,
times.
Zach Williams?
65 times.
I'll blame the forwards though. I don't blame the mids for that. 9 times out of 10, when you'd look, when the ball was getting delivered in there or the ball was moving or transitioning from the defense to the forward line, you just see them put their hands up. No one was moving, no one was creating space.
What makes the lead?
So, like, you got to give that to the mids in the sense that, well, what are they supposed to do? If no options are being provided, I mean, what do? You kick it long.
We kicked 9 goals, boys. We kicked 9 goals from 65 forward 50 entries.
2 in the second half.
9 goals.
Against
Is this-
like you got to remember, this team Richmond is supposed to be a bottom 4 side, right? Bottom of the ladder. Some said they would have win a game. So just like for context, we weren't playing a good side. Like we don't know yet. Maybe Richmond's going to be a great side. We actually don't know, right? We made them look like fucking, hey man, these guys could be contenders, right? But we don't actually know. We won't know what Richmond will be. But right now, we're thinking they're going to be bottom 4, bottom of the ladder probably.
Yep.
And that's the effort they brought for me. And I say this 100 times, effort is non-negotiable. Effort is just what you do. And we just didn't have that. We didn't bring that. And to me, that's unforgivable. How can we enjoy another game of footy this year? 5 goals up against anyone. How could you possibly enjoy that lead knowing that this piece of shit club, which I love, by the way, has that in them, has that kind of performance in them? You know?
Yeah.
It drives me crazy.
You know what this does for me? I don't know. I've just got this thing in my head right now where it takes me back to when we started this podcast post that Essendon game. And the biggest question we were asking was, is there a cultural issue in the club? Have we moved away from that? Because I don't think we have.
I think it's got worse. It's gone backwards.
Well, you got players on the bags. You got, apparently gangland links.
I mean, that hasn't changed from Elliot, but anyway.
Yeah.
So again, we've continued since '95 to have these cultural issues within the club. Nothing's changed.
Where does it stem from? Does it stem from the playing group? Does it stem from the coaching? Does it stem from the board?
You can't blame injuries. You can't blame personnel. Maybe our small forwards, but again, that won't solve the long bomb issue. I think this is systemic, and I think this comes from the coaching group. These guys are trying to make a Palmer out of 2-minute fucking noodles. Straight out.
Patrick Cripps in a centre bounce in the ruck.
That's what I mean.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's what I mean.
2-time Brownlow medalist. Chuck him in the ruck.
That's why it has to go back to coaching. It has to be coaching.
Has to be. This is.
Well, you put Jack Silvani goes forward in the last quarter.
He becomes the
best quarter of the night.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. The pressure gauge on not only Michael Voss, but the rest of the coaching group has massively shot up. And it's only round one. Round one has only just finished. I reckon, I actually believe that the club is already probably looking for replacements.
Guys, there's over 200 of yous in the chat. Hit the like button.
What do you boys think? Do you think the clubs, and those that are watching along, we've got 210 on. Do you think the club is already looking for replacements should the season continue to go to shit? Because we have a shit matchup again this week. What do you boys think?
I don't know. Good question. I've been asking for Voss's head for the last year, but I think they're invested in I think they've been invested in him, to be honest. I don't know.
So if you go 6-0, if you go 6-0, if we don't win a game, 6 games, it'd have to be.
He has to go. There's no option. Exactly right. He has to go. My biggest thing. Sorry, and just quickly, let me finish off on Voss real quick. This has been one of my real big hates for even all of last year. His presser post game. I'll make sure I watch every single one, and nothing's changed in his body language and his tone and his. You see the other coaches in there. Yeah, well, exactly. Smiling in it, and he's smiling. Defending, and he liked really good parts of this and good parts of that. And you see other coaches, and they're very animated and very invested. I feel like he's not invested into this team and has any belief that this team can actually go anywhere. I don't know. It's just real. He had when he was a player, Voss, and when I heard he was coming over to the Carlton Football Club, I thought this is going to be the best thing for the Carlton Football Club, right? Because that team that he had at Brisbane and the want and desire and drive that he had as a player is not coming through as a coach at all, not one bit. So, I don't know.
Do you reckon it's higher up though that's causing him to coach like that? Could be a little bitch he is because he wasn't like that as a player.
No way. Yeah, look, possible. He's at the end of the day, you know what? We're looking at it like real biased Carlton supporters, right? And we're invested into this club, but it's a job. He's there doing his job.
Georgie,
he gets paid. He gets his salary.
Georgie. Georgie couldn't be here tonight.
Congratulations, George. For those who don't know,
I wasn't sure if we were going to, but okay. Congratulations, Georgie.
Hey, you're there.
Third time, mate. Congratulations. Are we announcing names and stuff too?
Third time what?
Maybe just leave it. Maybe just leave it.
Good name though. Probably the only name that stands up in the.
Maybe George to tell us in the chat what's going on.
We'll leave that for George. Congratulations, George.
Speaking of George.
George.
So that's part A of the problem, right? The part B is the fact that our list is getting old. Right? And Michael Voss and this coaching group have not been able to to get the best out of it. Whatever their game plan is not suitable, is not sustainable for this playing group. It doesn't work with these guys. Clearly.
I don't think the guys he's got are good enough.
No, but like you can see what he's trying to do. It's a territory game for him. It's a get the ball, bomb it long, go to a stoppage, win the stoppage, get the ball, bomb it long, and just keep bashing your way forward. That's what it is.
We're not even winning the stoppages.
But we're not even doing that. Exactly. Richmond beat us in stoppages.
We basically played like this all year last year. We've started off the year this year like this, and it won't change. And we've said this several times. It doesn't change. So when did I say, oh, no, right, this is not working. We better change it up. I watched probably a little bit of the GWS game on the weekend. They were going forward with the ball. If there were no options, they wouldn't bomb it long. You know what they do? Look for the shorter option, a handball, a short kick.
Yeah.
No, that's what you do. So, I don't know, man. Something has to change. And it's obviously, all right, yeah, your players, you're fumbling balls. Nick Haynes was a disaster, dropping sitters and that. But, all right, that's not the coach. But the game plan is Michael Voss. Something has to be fixed.
Yeah. Yep.
Voss needs to go.
Silvani, yeah.
Voss
Throwing
needs to go.
Silvani back
Yeah.
with 10 minutes to go in the game was like, it should have happened at halftime.
Well, it's been a pre-season. Jack Silvani playing in the back line, took him 3 quarters to buckle and chuck him up forward. That's embarrassing.
Coaching is a big problem off
He
the
should
field
have
and
been
on the
sacked.
field.
He
Clearly,
should have been sacked at 3/4 time. I was looking at them, so I had my phone out and I was zoomed into the huddle. I wanted to see what Voss's body language was like. He was just looking around. He's just like he's got no clue, man. He's actually got no clue, the bloke. And I said this after the semi last year. He's got no fucking clue. He's not a premiership coach, and I'll call this right now. Right, we are not winning the premiership this year. Right, I don't think we are winning the premiership. I don't think we're going to be fucking close, and that's a massive difference because I was very confident a couple of weeks back. Now, after what I saw, and yes, things can turn around and all that. Yep. But we still have this disease in us, and I can't trust that we might win the next however many games and make a grand final, and then in the grand final, this performance could come out. I can't trust that this performance won't come out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Inconsistency.
I've lost complete trust and faith in the team. And that's everyone. Coaching staff, playing group, everyone. Honestly, Jacob Wiedering, star. Cripper tried his heart out, as always. Ollie Hollands for me. Those three, other than those three, you can say, oh, TDK worked his way. And TDK, if this is what his output is going to be, those offers are quickly going to come off the table. And you know what, mate? You're not earning that 7-figure check anymore. Because Nankervis absolutely put it all over him. Towed him the fuck up. Made TDK look like a dud for the better part of the whole game. And I can't see how, if he continues with these performances, how these offers are going to stand up. They're not going to stand. Teams will rip that off, man. He'll end up signing in 2-3 weeks if he has another 2 games like this. He's going to be like, oh, shit, my price is dropping. Sign quickly. Bang. He'll sign. And he's going to be a good player, probably. I don't even care anymore. Like, I actually don't even care anymore. Like, if he becomes a good player, good. Bro, if he wants to leave, fuck off, man. Don't fucking waste our time, bro. We've got enough issues off the field and on the field. We don't need to worry about if this bloke's going to sign. Bro, just come out and say, you know what? I want to go. All right, sweet. Fuck off. Fuck off. We're going to get reimbursed. We're going to get compensated. Fuck off. We don't need you. Don't play him. Fuck him. Fuck him. And fuck anyone who doesn't want to be at the team anymore. Too many players have held this club hostage with their salaries and with their contracts. We're paying fucking... How many players are we paying over $850, you reckon? I reckon quite a few.
There'd be a few.
Mitch McGovern, fraud. Absolute fraud. Has been a fraud since the day he got to Carlton. Has been a fucking fraud since the day he's come to Carlton with his injuries. Remember when we lost to Essendon, we were clapping him off for playing 50 games for Carlton. In 5 years, he played 50 games. He's a fucking fraud. Mate, I'm telling you, we've got all these players on our list who are demanding this money, right? Sam Walsh. Where the fuck was he after quarter time? Sam Walsh. He's supposed to be this fucking superstar, Sam Walsh. Superstar. Where the fuck were you, superstar? I don't know, man. I'm on Musa's bandwagon, and I think I'm driving the train. I think I'm fucking driving the negativity train.
Love it.
I'm over players holding us hostage for contracts and this. You know what? Fuck off, bro. If you don't want to stay, fuck
It's the
off.
facts. It's the
There's
facts.
100. We'll find 100 ruckman, bro. Fuck off. Simple. Don't hold the team hostage. You want to stay, sign the fucking contract. Simple.
Sign the contract, big boy.
That's the truth, though.
Yeah. I reckon he leaves anyway. Fuck the dog.
After all that,
I've been calling it all. I've been saying it since last year. I reckon he's leaving.
yeah.
Oh, well. You get a new one and you get some picks. We're not going to win the flag anyway. We thought we found him.
It kind of makes no difference who wears that Guernsey, to be honest, in my view. Like, they put it on
you're right.
and they become Carltonized and it fits and off we go again and we're here again next year.
You're right. Absolutely right. I told myself I wasn't going to lose it this episode.
Ricky's done
I
all
swear
right.
to God, I said the same thing as well.
So what's the solution now? Coming against Hawks this week? A quick fix. What do you reckon they're going to do? Bomb it short?
Hey, knowing
Handball
Carlton,
into the 50?
they'll beat Hawthorn.
What do you
Where's
mean?
Moose?
What do you mean, bro?
Knowing Carlton, right?
What are you just saying?
Knowing
Why not,
the
bro? We can.
inconsistency of the club.
Go
right?
on.
After all the shit they cop now, right?
Yeah.
They'll probably come
Yeah.
out, beat Hawthorn, and then
Mm-hmm.
probably lose the week after against the Doggies.
100%.
Bro, you've
I'm
lost
with
your.
Andy.
You've lost your. I'm out. You've lost your
I'm with Andy.
marbles. You're out.
Mus is done. Mus is out. Mus is done.
Did he actually leave?
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, upset him.
Upset him. Well, look, let's be real. We're going to get absolutely fucking towed up by Hawthorn, right? If we play like this, I'm actually like, it'll be funeral 3.0. We had a funeral against Hawthorn last year. We're having a funeral now. Back-to-back weeks. I reckon it
I don't
could
have.
get messy.
I don't have that
So
many black.
I don't say we can turn it around that quick against a team like Hawthorn anyway.
I don't think we've got the players to.
We don't have the speed.
We haven't
We
got the
don't
skill.
We don't have the skill. We don't have the finesse. We don't have the chemistry that Hawthorn does. I'm sorry, bro, but we suck right now.
We've got the coaching staff. Don't worry about it.
We are so bad at the moment. It's not even funny.
Mm-hmm. We're just way off. We're just way off the mark. We are way off the mark.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like an easy fix. It doesn't seem like you can spend a couple of hours on it during your training sessions in the week and there your fix is done. This is systemic. This is failure by design. And that's not an easy fix. That's a preseason length of time fix. Because what we saw seemed like that was what was drilled into them. It was almost second nature for them to just get the ball 1 or 2 out of a stoppage and throw it on the boot. You know who sent in the most inside 50s for our team?
I'm going to say Chera.
TDK.
Wow.
What does TDK is no accurate kick. He's a
He's
long
just a
bomber.
bomb along.
He's
Yeah,
just
that's
a
right.
bomb at long. And he was the one that got it into our forward 50 the most. What does that tell you? This is
Good question,
coached.
Aiden.
This has been drilled into them.
Aiden asked, if Foss gets sacked, would Cripps have a nothing go? I don't think so. I think Cripps
Nah, it's
will
it. He's
finish
too
out his
old
career.
now. Yeah, it's it.
Yeah, I think Cripps will finish out his career at Carlton. Poor bloke.
I'm starting to even question if the players even trained pre-season because according to them, Motlop was wow. Motlop was tearing it up.
On fire.
Not sure what he was doing at training. Maybe tearing the grass up. But definitely not skill-wise, goal-wise. I don't know, man.
We're so far off the mark. It's like
We're in
we've
trouble.
regressed. We've regressed from last year. And I know it's round one, and people are going to say we're overreacting, and maybe we are. Like, just let us vent.
Nah,
That's what this
that's the
is.
thing. We
This is
can't
just a
be. We
vent.
can't be though. It's fucking Richmond.
I agree
Kids.
with you. I agree with you. I agree with you. But I'm playing devil's advocate by saying this is what people will say to us. They're going to say it's just
Yeah.
round one, and we can turn it around. And you're
100%.
right. They're right. We can turn it around.
Yeah.
Right. But from what I saw on the weekend, that was the worst loss I've ever seen. That's the worst loss I've ever seen. Considering what position we are, and considering what position Richmond is, and the odds, and what was supposed to happen, and we were up by 41 points. This was the worst loss I've ever seen from us. And I've watched 100+ beltings many times. But this was easily the worst loss I've ever seen. We saw it happening. Like everything would you could see every play unfold before it happened. We're so predictable. We are so soft with the ball. We're so shaky. McGovern kicking off the ground, bro.
Oh,
Plenty of time to pick it up too, yeah?
That's straight bitch move. He shit himself. Was it McGovern as well that went up for the mark and shit himself and did this?
Yeah, he did that once or twice. So did Nick Haynes.
Come on, man. There's not good signs. These aren't good signs at all. They're actually quite worrying signs. And you know what? Again, credit to Richmond. Like, they were fantastic from the second quarter on. Their pressure in the second quarter was amazing. We were just able to kind of like withstand it a little bit. But that second half, they're going to have,
hungry.
Bro, you're looking at like a Richmond side who they felt disrespected by the outside noise, and rightfully so. So I have nothing but respect for the Richmond Football Club. Nothing. The way they handled it, the way they handled the occasion, the players. And not only that, right? Like, yes, they came back and did well. But in the last 5 or so minutes, these kids could have crumbled. But they took on the pressure. They withstood the pressure and held on. And even kicked the goal at the end. So I have nothing but respect for that list. And for Richmond fans, I'm sure there are heaps watching who are enjoying seeing us imploding. Again, I said it earlier, you guys should be so proud of those kids. And you guys should feel really, really satisfied with your coaching staff right now, because this was a coaching masterclass and it was a playing masterclass. So, if you're a Richmond fan right now, you're over the moon, and rightfully so. Enjoy it, ride it as long as you can, because when we know what it's like to have a young list. We don't know what it's like to have a young list this good, but these moments might not come often. So fucking give it to our lives, man. We deserve it. Yeah. We absolutely deserve it. So yeah.
Richmond played 13 players who had under 50 games of AFL experience.
That's embarrassing, bro.
Yeah.
Oz with the $5. That was our worst loss in 30 years. Apparently, since that, St Kilda loss in our dominant 1995 season. Yeah, it's kind of making the rounds at the moment. That's what everyone's comparing it to. It was bad. 41 points up against a team full of 18-year-olds. You are Premiership fancy. What a fucking joke to say that.
Got a Richmond fan in the chat. Good on him. I'm a Tigers fan. You're right. I feel like the rebuild has started in earnest now, mate. Enjoy it.
Yeah, but
What a luxury. Yeah, they win 3 premierships. Fucking well done, fantastic. So I'm actually jealous of that. Right, like pure, like actual. I have green jealousy about that. And they come out, they start a rebuild, and they got all this talent. Like that is a club that is well run. That is a club where the board must stay out of club business, like footy team business. Sorry, that's a
we're still
board that
bumming
knows,
along.
that's a board that knows how to run a football club, that has employed a team of people who know how to run a football team. Because what they've been able to do is nothing short of brilliant. So if you're a Richmond fan, enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in, by the way. Hit the like button. Just you have to applaud them. You have to I look at that in awe. 3 premierships, and people thought, fuck, they've really bottomed out. They got rid of a few players, and mate, if you got 3 flags under your belt, you have every right to bottom out, right? And nobody would have batted an eye if they didn't win a game for the year. But here we are. They've killed us. So well done. Congratulations. I applaud you guys.
And then you look at the other games over the weekend as well, and you look at some of the players that we could have gotten into the club. Dan Houston had a great game for Collingwood. Had a ripper of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a smashing game. Probably best on ground.
We look at the players that we let go. Kennedy killed it for the Dogs. I would have loved to have Kennedy on Thursday night. Always would have been good for a couple of goals.
Always had a dud. He was a dud. He did nothing.
He had a shit game, but he's also playing for West Coast. That's but always would have been good for a couple of goals that night for us.
I think anyone would have been good. Nothing.
What are we doing? Seriously, like it's 2025. Voss came in, when was it? 2022. He's 4 years in. And as fanatics, the fanatics that we are, all we have seen in 4 years, bar small stretches of brilliance in 2023 and a bit of it last year, the only thing that we can comfortably put our hands on is long bombs.
Mm-hmm. Long bomb vote.
I don't want to see Cripps in the ruck anymore. I don't know. Long bombs, I think I'm just immune to them. I'm sick of seeing Patrick Cripps in the ruck. If we're doing that, play a second ruckman, bro. Just play someone tall. Not Cripps. Not Paddy Cripps. And Harry Mackay can't play ruck, bro. He's a little bitch, bro. What's he going to do?
Who do you put then?
Play Lewis Young. No, play Lewis Young. Why not? Lewis Young was one of our best players against Brisbane. Against St Kilda, he was one of our best players. This guy, he's the whipping boy for us, right? He cops it, and he's not an A-grade footballer. But he is a footballer that tries his best. And that is bare minimum. And that's something that we don't get from half the fucking team. We don't get players that are trying this. You cannot look me in the eyes. Nobody from Carlton can look me in the eyes and tell me that some of those players are trying their absolute best. You cannot convince me of that. No amount of PR can convince me that. So why not play Lewis Young? We looked so out of place defensively. Why not add an actual defender? Why not? It can't get any worse. I mean, it probably can.
Probably can. I was going to say it probably can.
I don't think it will. I think Lewis Young will help us. Play him in the ruck. Remember when Silvani and Lewis Young played in the ruck against Freo?
Yeah.
That worked. It worked. He can do it.
When's Pyrenet back? Round 5? Round 6?
He's about 6 weeks out from an update. Who knows how long that guy's going to be?
So say if they say round 5, so technically it's really about round 11.
Yeah, probably.
Hmm.
Probably. This is a good point. I can't remember who it was that posted it in the group chat, but being so angry all day from J-Baggers, seeing McGovern at the Grand Prix made me even angrier.
These blokes, we're sitting there burning.
Yeah.
And
This guy's fucking looking at wheels and shit.
it
Yeah,
just
waitering, changing the wheels.
it goes to show that it's a job. It's a job to them, and rightfully so. I get it. But why do you have to flaunt it in our faces after a loss like that? Like, couldn't that post wait for an extra week? Like,
Yeah.
couldn't it just wait? Couldn't it wait for a couple of weeks, bro? Like, we know you live a good life, bro. We know you do. But just we're hurting at the moment. As a fan base, we're hurting at the moment after that insipid performance. Have a little bit of courtesy. Have a little bit of respect for
They don't give a
your
fuck.
members, you know?
They don't give a fuck.
Nah, because it's their
don't
life, and
care.
rightfully so,
Yeah.
they can live however they want. I'm not telling them not to live, but read the room. Read the room. That's
Yeah.
it, man.
Tracy Reed with the donation. Thank you so much. I'm 52
Tracy,
years old.
legend.
Thanks, Tracy.
I think I've seen everything from premierships to rebuilds. I can't even get mad anymore. I just turned my phone off as I didn't want to hear anything from the club. We go again. Hashtag oh God.
Tracy Reed is an absolute gem. Met her a couple times. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we do. I don't know. Like,
Normally this sort of the chat that we have on a Monday night helps. It helps. This has made me more angry.
Do you reckon Voss gets together with the coaches and says, "What the fuck do we do this week?" Or
if he didn't do that after that semi, then he's no good. Surely they're having these conversations. Surely in the 6 months they had off, they sat in a room and they said, all right, we're fucking shit. This game style is fucking shit.
doesn't stack
What
up
should
to
we
anyone?
do? What should we do to, I don't know, spice things up a bit? We don't have to go too far away because we're still winning some key numbers. But what can we do to change things up? I know. Let's go to our forward coach who's never played forward in his life and get some tactics off him. Oh, but he's a coach. He's learnt these things. Okay, he's learnt these things. He's learnt nothing. Look at our fucking forward line.
Who's our forward coach?
Jordan Russell. Is that his name? Jordan Russell? Yeah, he used to play.
Fuck, he was a shit play for us as well.
But you know what? Let's work on our defensive structure. Let's go to our defensive coach who was
Aaron
a
Hamill.
forward. Yeah, he was a forward. Let's get him to. I don't know, bro. There has to be something that we do. There just has to be something we do to fix what's wrong in the coach's box. And it hasn't been done. The club clearly hasn't seen an issue there, and I think that's an issue in itself, right? So,
Hated Mecca.
shout out Macca.
Having the time of his life. Thanks for the Kamsini, but
hard. Having the absolute time of his life. Macca's team smashed Freo, and it's funny because I was watching the game and I was texting Macca during the game, and I'm like, comebacks on when Freo kicked the goal just before half time, and then Freo had that third quarter, and I'm fucking drilling him. And I could tell, as much as he will not admit it, I know it was like this. It was like this in the third quarter. It was pulsating. I know it was, Macca. But hey, man, it must be nice to follow a fucking good team. You know,
a solid team. A solid team. And Aiden, we haven't forgotten yours. What's improved after 2023? Watch Voss drop Campo. He has to. I'm sorry.
No.
He has to. He has to. He
What?
has to.
Wait, what was
did
it?
he do?
I missed it. What was it?
Watch Voss drop Camporelli.
I don't
His
think
first
you should.
game, he's fucking
I don't
better than
think
half
you
the players on
should.
there.
I don't
First
look,
game, second game, third game, the guy lost. His disposal efficiency
I
at
know.
halftime was 0.
I know.
Nah, you can't drop him. He will get dropped, but you can't. You shouldn't.
I think by dropping him, you're doing his career a
You
disservice.
fucking scar the cunt.
You have to give him a block of games on your car. You have to give him a block of games. You cannot drop him. I lost it. I was his number one hater during the game. But you can't.
You can't drop him.
You have to stick with the kid. You have to give him at least 3 weeks, I think. This is the
There's
problem.
3 or 4 I dropped before him.
Exactly. Drop Motlop. Drop him.
Motlop, Cottrell, Haynes.
Cottrell, oh my God. Kemp. Bro, you know
Kemp.
what? I'm making a statement right now. Kemp
McGovern.
should never have that monogram on his shirt ever again. I don't want to see
Who?
Kemp in a
Who?
Carlton top.
Oh,
Brody
Kemp.
Kemp. Brody Kemp is a fucking fraud. And I don't want him on our fucking team. And he'll play. He'll play. Of course he'll play. But right now, I'm just angry and I'm venting. I never want to see him in a Carlton top again. He's a fraud. Cottrell just runs 50 kilometers a game for 3 touches. That's it.
Sweaty Goose 111. Thank you for the super chat. What do we say if we beat Hawthorn? What can we do? We'll play the video that only Carlton made again. That's what we'll do.
Yep. Shout out only Carlton. Made an absolute epic edit of us, which has absolutely come back to burn us. But you know what? We take it. We cop it. We deserve it. Not taking a step back. Honestly, I'm not taking a step back. What we're willing to do on camera, we're willing to stand on, right? We're going to be wrong 99.9% of the time. We don't know like footy like that. Yeah, we're just supporters venting. That's all we are. But if you're in the chat and you see our edits and you don't go for us and you're just giving us shit, mate, bring it on. We love it. It is what it is. We'll cop it. Just the only thing I ask is don't be racist. Don't be a dickhead. You can call us as many names as you want, but when it gets racial and when it gets like super weird, some people get real weird with their comments and their messages, but keep the racism out of it. We're all grown adults here.
Leave the beards out of it.
I know, man. I didn't even do nothing to the bloke. Fuck, I don't know, man.
So,
Is
who do you
Moose
think
coming
finishes
back?
bottom of the ladder? Who finishes
No,
bottom of
he's
the ladder?
Carlton.
Carlton or North?
Hey, North will finish above us at this rate.
Carlton or West Coast?
Are
Hit
we?
the like button, guys. There's 250 of yous in the chat. Get us to 120. We're on 98. Get us to 120.
150, man. 150.
All right, get us to 150. Go.
150.
Try to get us to 150.
Where's Moose, man? Push the like button. Yeah,
Honestly, if you're watching
This
us, if you're watching us, right, and you're not a Carlton supporter, jump in the
Help
chat.
us.
Subscribe, right? Subscribe, get in the chat, and let's have a discussion. Tell us how you see Carlton. And be real. Like, all right, you're going to bag us out. We're shit and all that. Absolutely. Right, fine.
We know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like from an opposition point of view, like especially Hawthorn, if you're a Hawthorn supporter, especially, jump in the chat and let us know how you feel about Carlton going into the game. Like, how do you feel going into this game against us? I'm so curious to know how opposition fans think of us, because I know how we all think of us. We're all so disappointed and disgusted, but I want to know how opposition fans think of us.
How do you think of us? What do you
Black
think
and
of
White
us?
United. Well done. Black and White United. I don't know if that's Newcastle United, and if it is, well done. That was a fantastic win this morning against Liverpool. I'm a Pies man, but you blokes are pure entertainment. Thanks, man. But how do you feel about Carlton? We love you, bro. We love you.
Oh,
The laughing
geez.
stock of the league makes my weekend every time knowing it's a free win because you can't handle pressure. Okay,
That's great.
Oryx, the Taken King. This is good. They're getting it off their chests. I like this. Highlight them. I can't see, so just highlight everyone. We're just copping it. I like it. Nah, pies, bro. Sorry, bro. Good win, man. Hey, Collingwood, what a win they had on the weekend. Absolutely
Fucking-
dismantled Port. Membry, all of a sudden,
Yeah.
superstar. You know what? You know what Collingwood is fantastic at? Other than being dirty grubs?
Bringing
They are
players in and turning
fantastic.
to stars.
Yes. At the right kind of player for their team and for their game plan. They are fantastic. Carlton will go for the big name. You know what I mean? We'll throw money at a big name. Won't necessarily improve us. But you know what? It's to keep the members, oh, we've got this player now. He's going to be good. We're going to be good. Collingwood is fantastic at recruiting players they actually need and get the best out of. And again, I applaud good, like a good club. You know, I hate Collingwood with all my heart. Hate them with all my heart, with every ounce of my being. I hate them. But I respect what they're able to do. You know, and that's a premiership team right there. That's how you win premierships. So, far out.
Where to from here, though? So, question for you boys, and also a question for the 246 that we have on at the moment.
I just want to, sorry,
Is
bro. I
this-
just want to say this.
Yeah.
Don't worry, boys. What was it? I missed the thing. I can't read it. I've got my glasses on. Read that. I want to know who she goes for.
You'll be fine compared to our problems. No mention of who
Yeah.
goes at
Let
the
us know in
moment.
the chat, Hannah, who you follow, because our problems are pretty bad.
Yeah, bad man. She must be a Carlton supporter.
A lot of people would have watched. Everyone would have watched Carlton Richmond.
Mhm.
Is this a 1 week fix, or is this a systemic issue that is going to take longer than 1 week for us to turn around? That's the question. That's the $1 million question at the moment. Was this just a blip in the radar, a really, really bad, obvious, noticeable blip, or are we properly fucked?
I don't think it can be fixed. Not saying it's the players, but that's going to come from the coach's box. I don't think it can be fixed. If it does, it's a miracle.
We know how you feel.
Andy, what are your thoughts? Blip or systemic?
I don't think it's a. Oh, I mean, look, I think it's a bit of both, right? I think definitely system. I think calling it a blip is too hard to call at this time of year. I think you need like probably 6 weeks. Get a block of 6 weeks, and you'll know if it was all right. This was just a mulligan. It was a one-off, or this is real. This is who Carlton is. I think my personal opinion is I think we've got problems in our fabric. Like, I think we've got so many problems that it's not just a quick fix, you know. And I think a couple of wins might only just cover up the cracks in the wall. And if you do have cracks in the wall, go see Elite Plastering. Good sponsor of ours. Yeah, I genuinely think that, you know, a couple of wins here and there will only cover up the cracks. I think we have problems, and they're only going to be exposed in high pressure situations like we just faced. That's my opinion.
Oh man, we have so many problems.
Where do they end?
Who's going to tan? I'm not mentioning that. Well done. You almost got me. Oh, Morris has
Where's
been quite
Morris?
unwell lately. Morris has been quite unwell, like seriously. So shout out, Morris. Glad you're feeling better, mate. Oh, mate. Okay, so I see a comment I like here.
Two, because you haven't got much depth, there's no urgency from players like Mackay to put in 110% each week because he knows he's not going to get dropped. There's no fear of losing a spot. And also, thirdly, I think you have a deep psychological problem, and I think the players are stuck in a negative mental loop or fall into that relatively quickly and have no belief in themselves. So they always give up in crucial moments. You need a new club psych.
I like that. That's a brilliant rundown. And that's something I think we've all identified about the team.
Geez, it would be nice for the selection committee to come out one day and just be like, Mackay fucking sucked ass last week. We're going to drop him.
Could you imagine?
What flop
Put
can get the fuck out? Who else?
The thing is, right? I'm reading some comments and like only Carlton, we can't drop Mackay, unfortunately. We like structurally.
That's what it is. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Because we're held hostage by we're held hostage by a few things. Club contracts, right? Players demanding money. Fair enough. But we're also held hostage by team selection and we're held hostage by the game plan, which relies heavily on certain players to play well. And if they don't, we're screwed. We're done. And Harry's one of them. If Harry has an off game, most likely we lose. If Cripper has an off game, most likely we lose. If Weeders has an off game, we definitely lose. So I think that's why like our game plan, our game style relies so heavily on Harry Mackay. So I think if he's not injured, he's just not going to be dropped. Unless we just say, you know what? You're off. You're done. Bang. Have a week off, mate. Go play in the resis. Go teach Harry Lemmy how to play football because he's supposed to be the backup and he's not that good.
Hey, speaking of resis, how did they lose? Like, if Richmond played its VFL team in the AFL, who played in the VFL side for them? Because they beat us.
Yeah.
Fucking disturbing.
Well, that shows us that our problems run deep. They run deep. We don't have a good VFL side. We spend all this money on our top end. Our top end talent is great, yes. But when they're not firing, and we don't expect them to fire every week, but when they're not firing, we are so exposed and predictable, and opposition teams will just blitz us. They will just kill us, you know? So, I don't know.
Dennis sums that up very, very nicely here. It's what we've been talking about for God knows how long. You're also very, very predictable. You've had the same game plan for so long. This new age of football is a fast run and gun, and a lot of the time unpredictable. Carlton has not evolved. He is 100% on the money.
Dennis, I don't know if you want to jump on the Monday Blues, but we could use some of your insight there because that is a fantastic rundown of our team. I'll tell you what, man, it's Ben Leonard. I read the first 4 words and I want to throw up.
Motlop wasn't that bad. How can he help it when the ball is bombed onto his head when he's 5'5"? In a 2-1, he had the most pressure acts of any forward we have. Didn't kick the goals, but worked his butt off, in my opinion. I didn't see it.
He is the shittest small forward in the AFL, but not only AFL, VFL included. He is horrendous. He is disgusting. He goes near the ball, he falls to the ground. He's got no talent. I want to see something I could say wow about him. I don't see wow. I don't see anything from him.
You know what killed me? When the ball was in the goal square or whatever, and he tried to pick it up. The first time in his life he tried to pick it up.
He didn't want it.
And he did nah. You should have just kicked it off the ground. I don't know.
Should have ran to the bench.
Confidence thing, but how are you so unconfident in round 1? Shouldn't you be beaming with confidence? Literally, the club has just talked you up all pre-season. You played in your in that Indigenous game, and everyone was hyping him after that one goal. Mate, 4 years on a list now. 4 years. He's a 4th-year player. Look at what Richmond's players did in their first few games. Some of them their first. Come on, man. Come on. We open it up. We're opening it up. We're opening up our. There's one box there. We're opening it up. Anyone want to join? Hit the link. Jump
Open
on.
your box.
Get.
Hey, but if we like, you got to see. Who's that?
No
No
Harry
rush.
McCann on the line.
Who's that?
Harry Mackay, welcome. What the fuck have you done?
What's up? What's happening?
Is that Aiden?
Yes, that's me.
Oh yeah, Aiden. How you feeling, bro?
What's there to say?
He's up.
You stumbled up perfectly.
Were you at the game on Thursday?
Yeah, I didn't want to go originally, but my dad got a couple tickets, so I'm like, all right, I'll come along. But I had a bad feeling that we were going to lose because throughout the week, in the media fan base, we're penciling in a 90-point, 10-15 goal win, and I had a feeling that would have swept into the players a little bit. Players would have gotten a little bit overconfident. Like they see social media, they see it everywhere. And then, what do you know? We got what we deserved, and for the club to have the audacity to cancel our. If we make actually no, forget about it. No.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do it again.
No, but seriously, for the club to have the audacity to cancel its SEN media membership day the day after we lose because they don't want to front up to criticism, it's pretty poor. And then you've got fan base abusing the membership team. So, if anything, the abuse should have gone to the people higher up, as bad as that sounds, because they run the whole circus.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, I don't know where we go from here, and I don't think what we saw from Thursday is going to improve in a week because they trained that in preseason, and
Yeah,
you can't improve.
We trained that in preseason. Think about that. That is what we trained in. Very well said, bro.
You know how it works because we play so shit because they play against each other. That's why they think it's some great plan.
Carlton
drinking their own
deleted my
bathwater.
comment.
Yeah,
Carlton deleted
exactly.
my comment off Instagram because they posted a video of us going coast to coast, and all I said was we still can't defend the transition, and they fucking deleted my comment. The dogs. Oh. How's your mum,
Aiden, what do we do? Aiden, what do we do? What does Carlton do from here?
Oh,
I don't know. I'd say go back to basics, but we're shit at that. Can't even kick or handball. I don't know. Like, genuinely, I don't know. Honestly, because I know what every other team wants to do. And, yep, he abused Motlop plenty of times at the game.
Shout out Aiden's dad, absolute gentleman.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like, I feel like, we don't have a game plan. Someone said it before in the live chat. I don't know what we're trying to do. I know what Hawthorn's going to do. I already know what they're going to do, and the game hasn't even started yet.
Yeah. Scary, isn't it?
And yeah, I don't know if we finish the season badly, would you consider trading a big name like Mackay?
Have to
start again.
Have to trade someone. Have to trade someone.
Probably more than one, to be honest.
If we don't make finals, then the issues are exactly what we think they are. And I wouldn't even just trade one. I'll be looking at two.
Yeah,
just
same.
Spread the wealth and get some decent middle end talent instead of just being 5 or 6 good players and then trash. You know, I'd get a couple good role players. I'd get a fucking key defender, please God, get a key defender.
That's the thing with us. We'll bring in some new talent, whether it's we bring in the draft or we get someone that's a developed name who come to Carlton, he turns to shit anyway.
Yeah,
Carltonize them.
Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, Aiden. Thanks for joining us. We've got to let you go, bro. We've got a couple of others. Have a good night. Look after yourself, bro.
Good night.
Is this the GOAT?
The goat himself, only
Boys,
Carlton.
how we
The
going,
goat, only Carlton. This is the man. What's
bro?
going on, brother?
Good, bro. Yourself?
Good, bro. Good. All good. Talk
Can
to
I
us,
just
bro.
mention real quick? Rick, can I just mention? Why is no one talking about how shit Sam Walsh was? That was the worst 25 disposal on 1 goal game I've seen in my life.
I told you, bro. I
Hey,
said that
his goal
earlier.
was shit too. His
Fucking
goal, there was nothing
shit.
special about his goal. His goal literally rolled in like accidentally.
Yeah. And then Makai as well. I know you were saying we can't drop him. I know, but bro, if selection integrity doesn't exist in a club, the club's mudded. The club's ruined. I'm sorry. Like there's something like you were saying, like up in the boards, bro. Like it's fucked. Like real shit. I've never been more upset over a loss. I've been watching Carlton for 10 years now. Since I came to Australia in 2008. Been watching since 2013, just after we won our final. Like that next season I watched, I haven't seen any success in the club other than that semi-final. And this year I thought, oh, it's gonna be different. It's all right. Nah. Exact same
Crazy,
shit.
bro.
That's the Carlton way.
You're lucky it's only been 10 years, bro.
Try 30.
Oh, 30 plus, brother. Bro, sometimes I just like wake up and I just look at a blank wall. And I just ask myself why. Oh, man.
Nah, but Kemp, I mean, he wasn't that bad. I know you were digging on him, but
Kemp,
he wasn't that bad.
come on, bro.
Look, he was.
Come on, cuz. I'm about to do a mousse.
Look, there was a lot worse players. Like Nick Haynes isn't like you guys aren't giving Nick Haynes any shit, bro. I single-handedly blame him for the whole loss. He let through at least 2 or 3 goals.
Bro, you could blame, honestly, you could point the finger at 15 blokes.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Yeah.
I'd probably say 18.
See,
Out
I'm
of the
actually
23,
I'm actually bullish on Nick Haynes. I reckon he'll come good.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
he'll
When he retires,
Yeah, he's 32 years old. How long has he got left? 1 year, 2 years, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
we'll give him a
Probably
contract
2 years.
extension and then maybe $1 million a year, 5 years.
I heard somebody is on like 800 a year. Is that true?
Nah, there's no way.
Who?
That's what I've heard from a lot of
Who?
people.
Nick Haynes?
Yeah, Nick Haynes.
Nah, I think it's on $800 a game.
No chance.
That's
Nah, I
right.
think it's not
That's
that much. It wouldn't surprise me though. Yeah, it's Carlton doing Carlton things.
And Owies as well. Look, I know we got pick 3 for Owies. And when Owies got traded, I was on board 100%. I was like, look, for pick 3, Jagger Smith, he'll be something good. But I didn't realize how shit Motlop was, to be honest.
No
Yeah,
good,
it's
bro.
pretty bad.
Like, no clue.
Bro,
It's
before we
pretty
let you go, give yourself a shout out, bro.
Yeah, only Carlton.
Before you do, I just want to say this kid is the most talented on TikTok regarding Carlton content. This kid makes edits that make me want to run through fucking walls. So if you watched our edit, any edit pretty much we've done, it's either been done by Georgie or it's been done by only Carlton, and only Carlton, go off, bro. Shut yourself out.
Yeah, only Carlton on TikTok and Instagram. Look, I'm not as good as Andy's saying, but
He's better.
but yeah,
I was
make a couple
humbling
edits
the
here and
kid.
there. Make a couple edits here and there. You know, love the club, love these guys as well. Make sure you hit the like button in the chat. I'm not sure where we're at right
Appreciate
now, but
you,
needs to be a lot higher.
Legend. What a legend.
See you, boys.
What a
Well
legend.
done, bro.
Hey,
Enjoy,
thanks,
bro. Have a good one.
Thanks for jumping on.
Have a good night, man.
Maurizio.
Boys,
How you doing, mate?
Buongiorno.
what's going on?
Molto bene. Così.
Yeah. I'm going to delve in a little bit deeper, boys.
All right, boys, strap in. We'll be here for 3 hours.
Apart from last week's round, certain things I want to talk about. 1, recruiting, trading, club, board. I'm going to stick by Voss, but we've got to put the right people around him. Voss has had power stripped from him. It's evident. Okay? It's the Carlton way. After last year's Geelong game, the loss, He came out all guns blazing, was told to pipe down. David Rees-Jones went on to, was it 360? Club gave him a call the day before. Hey, listen, this is the type of things we want you to talk about. You can't be negative, and so forth. You talk about the recruiting, yeah? We've got no picks. We haven't got our first pick next year, our second pick next year, but we got someone else's, okay? Are we planning for life after Harry and Charlie? Are we planning for life after Weeders? The Jagger trade, they had to do it in respect to the Dan Houston. You can't throw all your eggs in one basket, boys. Our list isn't that good. Our bottom end won't get us to a premiership. I've been harping on, Andy, I've been telling you for how long, right? Until we don't have a centre half back, a bona fide one, we're not going to be in the premiership window. Yeah? McGovern ain't it. He cost us 3 goals on the weekend. He's a senior footballer, yeah? Sitting at, 182 centimetres. Yeah, he plays tall, he plays short, but he ain't that bloke that we need. Hopefully, a lot hasn't been spoken on this, if I go on a side note. Peter Dean, his son is looking pretty good for the father-son. Apparently, he's grown about 5 centimetres over the off-season. He's sitting at about 195 centimetres at the moment. A rock-steady centre-half back. And if you talk about TDK, it's flip a coin, all right? But
Morris, sorry. Before you continue, I just want to go back to something you said. You said that we shouldn't throw all our eggs into one basket with Dan Houston, right?
Yep.
Isn't that what we did with Jagger?
No, but Jagger's your future, Andy. Jagger's. So what you got to remember, Cripper's 29 now, turning 30.
He's 30.
Yeah,
it's his birthday tomorrow.
All right, he's 30. All right.
Happy birthday, Cripper. I love you.
Happy birthday, Cripper. I might open your bottle of wine tomorrow and have a drink for you.
Overpriced gossips.
So if we don't have success in the next few years in lifting that Premiership Cup, there's a mass exodus, boys.
Yeah.
Jagger's your next wave. And what the club's banking on, they're banking on the 2 Campo boys, Cody Walker, Andrew Walker's other son, that's supposedly pretty good himself too, Peter Dean. They're banking on this new era.
Doesn't it worry you that we're too focused
the
on the father
rebuild.
sons? But don't you it worries me that we're so focused on these father sons when maybe we should be looking outside of the Carlton scope.
Yeah, but until you get rid of...
if they're good players, okay, cool. But if they're not, are we just recruiting these players? And I know Cody Walker's a star, right? I think everyone knows he's going to be.
I get what you mean.
But I'm just worried that are we still, because it's the Carlton way to talk about how great we used to be. So
Correct.
is this another form of holding on to the past? Do you think?
Well, I don't think our playing group respects our past.
It's an interesting.
Well, I had a conversation today with someone, and I actually said to him, if the likes of a Craig Bradley walked up to a Charlie Curnow, do you reckon Curnow would give a rat's cracker who Craig Bradley was?
There's no way. There's no way he would.
Curnow would think that he's more elite than Craig Bradley.
Curnow has 19 side businesses
it probably goes down to who you supported as well as a kid. Like, if you were fucking, say, a Collingwood supporter and you look at Craig Bradley, like, fuck, who's this dickhead?
I
as well.
get that.
In the chat, Georgie's been having an absolute field day in the chat tonight.
Yeah, I predicted 7-2.
I love it.
And even I've been calling it for years, but you got to get rid of our number one cancer at the Carlton Footy Club is Brad Lloyd.
Brad Lloyd.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
I'm with you there.
He-
He's been the common denominator across 4 or 5 of our coaches now. He's been there for a while.
and the other one that's not far behind him is Greg Williams.
Moose.
Love him.
Oh, Greg
love
Williams,
him.
yeah.
Love him as a footballer. But you know what? Everyone knows Greg Williams doesn't do anything for nothing. Yeah. And has time gone past him? Like, you listen to Jimmy Bartell. Have a listen to what he said Sunday night about Carlton. He wanted 3 questions asked, and the last one was the one that he hit the most. Do they want? Do the players want to do it? You know, and you ask, like Carl, you said before, you know, it's the Carlton way, it's the Carlton way. You know, the father-son way. It's all we know, and that. I remember being staggered a few years ago, seeing Jimmy Bartell on the board of GWS, thinking, why would you go to an opposition club on the board? We all know every board position is a voluntary position. You can't get paid, and you actually have to donate. You have to actually make a contribution. He went on to be a board member at GWS. Yeah. Why doesn't Carlton look at something like that? Why do we need Carlton people?
Good question.
It's a fair point.
And my fear is, because we've got a good bloke in the ranks that's going to take over our club in Graham Wright. Is he going to have complete control? Because even you listen to the rumours, right? As good as Cook was, everyone's saying that this contract extension for him was just another superannuation payout for him.
Absolutely.
I mean, like
Some valid points, Morris.
Feels like
We're
there's
gonna
a
have
lot
to
more
move
problems.
on. We're gonna have to move on. We've got to mate. The show will go till fucking 2 a.m. Love you, mate.
Thanks for jumping
Pleasure,
on, brother.
boys.
Give
All the
Morris
best.
his
mate.
page. Morris has a Facebook page, Carlton Football Club Unofficial Selection Committee. Make sure you follow it on Facebook. Fantastic page. Get to speak your mind. No one will kick you off. Enjoy.
And bring the Vaseline on Thursday night, boys and girls. We're all going to need it, yeah? If you thought last year was stay tuned.
Catch you, bro.
Oh, jeez.
See you,
See you
man.
guys.
Who's next?
Motlop's burner.
Hey, boy.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, man.
What's going on, buddy?
Not bad. No, I don't actually want to talk about Motlop because, I understand why people are frustrated with him. But yeah, I sort of want to talk about, which I don't watch any footy shows, but my mum had the footy classified on this afternoon. And Jimmy Bartell was saying something which I think is a really good suggestion. Why the fuck haven't we changed any of our coaches in the last couple of years? Because he said if all your coaches stay the same, it just becomes an echo chamber. So no new ideas, no different point of views, no nothing. It just becomes an echo chamber of mates. And so when he said that, I thought that was a fucking brilliant idea. I just want to see what your thoughts are on that.
Fuck, I couldn't agree more with that.
Mm.
I haven't heard of it being put in that way or described in that way. It's an echo chamber. It's the same nonsense being thrown around with this famous quote, inside the 4 walls.
Yeah. Well, again, like you three are mates, so you talk all the time. So you tend to have common interests. So if they're together for long enough, they're just gonna echo off each other and no new ideas. Just gonna agree with everything. Go, oh, that's a fucking good idea. That's a good idea. And again, what the last bloke said as well. Why don't we try and look at bringing in Joel Selwood when he was finished up instead of him going to Storm? Why didn't we try and bring Joel Selwood in, or bring in some of these ex-players just on the board? Not a big role, but I don't know. Fucking
Fantastic
frustrating.
Fantastic.
Maybe we
point.
have tried. Maybe we have tried. Maybe they don't want to come to a
maybe.
club like us.
Yeah, That's true.
That's
Well,
a
yeah,
possibility.
that's the other thing, right? I mean, we've gone through 5 or 6 coaches in the last 6 or 7 years. Maybe these coaches externally are looking at us going, yeah, there is an opportunity there. Hey, they've approached me for it, but fuck that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is true.
I'm good where I'm
No,
at.
I think also in that position, right? You don't want to have too much change in the coach's box, but I think change is good also. So I think a little bit of change just to spice things up, because then you become too predictable. But then if there's too much change, then all of a sudden there's instability. So I
Well,
think
that's what I'll keep going.
no, I was just saying, like, we need to find the balance. That's what we're missing, a balance, because right now we're far too predictable.
Yeah,
So
well, he actually
that's
brought
a
up
fantastic point. Well done.
yeah, he brought up Dimmer before he won the flags. He said that he had the same coaching staff for 3 years, and in one off season, all he did was change one single coach, and he reckons that was the best decision he ever had. They won the flag that year, went on to win a three-peat. Like, again,
What are you
I
doing
know
on
every
Thursday?
team's
Want to
going to
coach?
try and do the same, but what's that?
Do you want to coach on Thursday?
Yeah, I'll try and coach. I'll give it a shot.
All
Stop
right,
bombing the ball long, boys.
I was going to say, what's your number one? You're in the coach's box on Thursday. What are 3 things you do? And that goes for everyone in the chat as well. What are
That's
3
actually
changes you'd make?
That's a great question. Tell the boys to lower their eyes a little bit. That'd be sort of my main focus. Don't be scared to chip the ball 15 meters a couple of times if you have to, 20 meters forward. Don't get threatened because you haven't gone somewhere in a minute and it's not inside 50. Don't stress. The opposition doesn't have the ball. They can't score. A bit of Pep Guardiola thinking. And I don't know. I don't know where else you'd go. Like, yeah.
Can I give you the third one?
Yeah, go.
I want the half forwards to get the fuck out of the way of the full forwards, especially Harry Mackay and Charlie Curnow, and give them space to run into, give them space to lead into.
Yep. That's actually, spot on. I'd agree. We just seem to flood it, and then our midfielders just seem to sit on the 50 as well, and then it's 25 blokes inside 50, so we have to bomb it. So we sort of do, we do sort of trap ourselves in. I agree with you there. But yeah, like, also the one player that was really disappointing because he was a leader was Mitch McGovern on the weekend. There was 4 direct goals that he cost, but this is one. It was in the third quarter when they had the momentum going, and he was streaming through the middle of the ground, and directly inside 50 with 15 meters by himself. 25 meters out was Jesse Motlop, and I know gonna laugh. We don't trust Motlop. But he went and bombed it to a contest. And then it was 50-50 and a ball up. It's like, come on, mate. Just fucking trust him. So if you can't trust your teammates, then what the fuck are you doing out there? Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good point, bro. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Solid.
Thanks for joining us, bro. Appreciate it.
All
Something
good.
to think about there.
Yeah, but one little last thing, because I know you boys are into your cards. I was having the bad day on Thursday, took the day off work Friday, and I got a blaster box.
Yeah.
And I pulled that bad boy.
What'd you get?
The Dacos Brownlow signature.
Oh,
redemption.
yes.
I got
plenty
of room in my bin
a
for that.
semi-Dacos fan for the rest of the season. So
fantastic. What number?
Yeah. 203, and I had an offer of $1,000 already.
Yeah.
Okay, now
what are you gonna do? You're gonna hang on to it, or?
I'm thinking I'm holding on to it.
Yeah, hang on to it, bro. Hang on to it, because he's like, unless he gets injured, he's just gonna skyrocket, bro, and he's gonna get votes. He's clearly gonna get
for
votes.
sure.
So
But
this,
thanks for
honestly,
having me on, boys.
I think this is the year to actually have a Dacos predictor.
Yeah, for sure.
So, well done. Great pull.
So yeah, thanks for having me on, boys.
All the best, bro.
Thanks for jumping on, brother. Have a good night.
You too.
Well, boys, we're absolutely fucked.
That's what I get. Honestly, we are cooked.
But you know what? This is the worst bit, right? This is the worst bit. 6:30, I will be trying to look for a car park in the city so I can walk down to the fucking MCG so I can watch us get belted by Hawks.
Nice. Can't wait.
Pretty bad.
But
It's
we'll
pretty
be there regardless.
Oh, of
That's
course
what
we're
I'm
going to be
saying.
there.
We're
And
gonna
you know
be
what? All Carlton supporters, just get there. Make noise. It's our home game. First home game of the year. Get around the
Come down, have a
boys.
laugh. Come
You
have a
know,
laugh.
Get around the boys. They need us. Yeah. Like they need that sound. When we're up and about, it's pretty cool when we're up and about. And I think the boys feed off that energy. I think
I
when
reckon
they
couldn't give a
when they-
fuck.
maybe you're right. Honestly, I don't even know anymore. Like,
Oh, not these fucks again. It's going to swear at us after the game or during the game.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen this week. I got like no confidence in what we're going to bring, you know, and maybe this is good. Maybe this is good for us. No pressure to win. You know, like I don't think there's pressure on the boys to win this week. I think it's pretty across the board that we'll lose. It's just how much damage are we going to take, you know? So I don't know.
Votes?
Votes? Oh fuck.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's get it done anyway. I'll
3 votes, Sam Laylaw.
I'll
Okay.
kick it off.
Hang
I'll
on.
kick it
Shout
off.
out Oz. Just want to shout out Oz. What's that
So,
say?
yep, super sticker.
Thank you, Oz. Appreciate you, mate.
Yeah.
Champion.
mate.
Love your work.
My
Everyone, put your votes in the chat. You know,
Yes,
as
I
hard
don't
as it
even know.
is, give us your 3, 2, 1 best on ground if you want to. Doesn't matter.
I'm gonna give 1 to Ollie Hollands. Thought he had a good game. 2 to Paddy Cripps, solid as always. And 3 to Jack Silvani for what he did within 10 minutes of being shifted to the forward line. He was our best full forward and it took him only 5 minutes or 10 minutes to prove that.
Mm-hmm.
That's me.
All right. Can we do worst on ground or nah?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Well,
This is your show, mate. There's no
Nick
rules.
Haynes. Look, I know it's his first game for the club, but Nick Haynes, pull your head in, mate. Can't be dropping that many the marks that many times, mate. Fucking hell, a couple of sitters as well. He gets the 1 vote. 2 votes. Mitch McGovern, you're an absolute fucking flop, and we know who number 3 is. Fucking Jesse Motlop, you fucking goose. And that's for I'll give my votes for BOG. Nah, not interested. All a bunch of fucking dogs. Andy?
Does someone want to do that? Oh, look, we know I've bagged out 100 players tonight. I think I bagged out players that weren't even playing. I did, Harry Lemmy, actually. I'll give my 1 to Ollie Hollands. I thought he's clearly in the position of a playmaker. I don't know how I feel about him on the half back line. I'd love to see him just a natural wingman. Just keep him as a natural wingman. I thought he had a great game. I'm going to give my 2 to Paddy Cripps. Thought he was fantastic. Playing in the ruck at centre bounces as if he's not a 2-time Brownlow medalist as a midfielder. And my 3 goes to Jacob Wiedering. I thought without Wiedering,
Yeah, forgot about
we
it.
would have been absolutely obliterated. He was the only person who was composed. He was the only person who had his head on his shoulders. Weeders, man. Gone.
Shame you can't block a scam like that.
Ben Leonard. McKay is as good as his podcast. Very good. I like that one.
Oh, jeez.
We've got
Well,
a ripper bunch of people in the chat. Guys, there's 225 of you in the chat and there's 131 likes. Get us to 150. Get
Come
us
on,
to
guys.
150.
Click of a button.
Just one button, man. If you love Carlton, press it. If you hate Carlton, press it. Just press it. It helps us out. It really does help us out. So yeah, get on the likes.
Oh, we got a giveaway to do, don't we, Andy?
We do. We do.
We do.
We had one winner. I actually his name was Sean Darcy from memory, which is isn't he a Western Bulldogs player?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
That's him.
yeah, I think his name was Sean Darcy. Mate, if you're in the chat, hit us up. You've won $100 voucher to Mercadante on Lygon Street.
Message us on Insta.
Yeah, Insta. Insta's the way to
Yeah,
go.
message us on Instagram. Absolutely. Monday Blues podcast on Instagram.
So Sean Darcy 1813.
That's right. Sean Darcy 1813. He tipped the Tigers to win by 3 points. Now, I don't know if he's a Tigers fan. And if you're watching, mate, hit us up. We're going to need some proof that it's you somehow. So
Send us a photo with a fork next to your head and we'll know it's you.
Amal's going to get 15,000 photos of blokes with forks next to their heads. We'll do a giveaway again this week. I don't know if we're doing the same format. We'll let you know on the preview video, so make sure you tune in. Fantastic. I think tonight's gone a bit better than I thought, to be honest. I thought I'd lose my mind tonight, honestly. And I like to think that I did all right personally. You boys did fantastic, not to, absolutely lose it. So yeah. Thanks for the therapy, boys. All good. All good. That's what we're here for, yeah?
We are.
We're here for. And when we smash Hawthorn this week, we'll be back with smiles and we're going to be premiership favourites again. And that's the beauty of being a supporter, You feel the highs and you feel the lows. So
let's hope that is the case. Well, I'm glad for some it was therapy. I feel angrier. The more you talk about it, the more pissed off I get. But anyway, we have Thursday. Spencer's been out. Shit, we fucking lost, bro. What do you mean?
Justin, absolute legend.
Let's see if we can turn it around on Thursday. Let's just see. That's all we can do, right? We can just.
We're not getting off yet. We're on 146 likes, guys. Get us to 150. Get us to 150.
Yes.
And we'll go.
4 away. Come on, man.
Come on, man. 4 likes. Just do it.
Do it.
I'm not getting off. You guys can go if you like. I'm staying on. I'm staying on until we get to 150. I don't know what we're on.
It's gone. We just went down.
Did we go down? Someone unliked. Oh, shit. Yeah, look. It's been a rough few days. Days.
Two away.
Are we?
Yeah.
Nice to get in there. Shout out to all Carlton content creators too. It would have been a rough time to make content. Like, we've had a few days to settle down, So, like, I think some of the other guys, they had to record straight after the game and, a day after. And, yeah, far out.
We've cracked it, boys.
We've hit the 150.
We've cracked it. 150.
I'll tell you what else we've cracked. While we're here, I'll tell you what else we've cracked. We've cracked some epic sponsors. Like, we are so blessed, right, to have some epic people behind the show. GlobalNet, IT for small business. Without this guy, my business would not be running. And I know for a fact he's helped out hundreds and thousands. The business is 20 years old. This guy has helped out thousands of small business. If you've got a small business, you need help with IT, GlobalNet, fantastic. If you need a pizza, if you need a nice Italian meal, fantastic Italian meal, head down to Mercadante on Lygon Street in the heart of Carlton. Mention the Monday Blues Carlos will look after you. Carlos is an absolute champion. If you got holes in your walls, if you're renovating, if you're doing anything, elite plastering, hit up Eddie. There's a discount code there. Mention the Monday Blues. He'll hit you up. Who else we got, boys? We got YPA, Zach Nasser. If you're buying a house, if you're selling a house, if you're looking to rent, if you're looking for anything home related, hit up Zach at YPA. Fantastic bloke, actual gentleman. Just quickly, Zach is actually on a advertising spree at the moment. And every time I look at my stories on Instagram, whenever I spin, I see Zach's head pop up, and it's fantastic. It makes my day. Zach Nasser, absolute champion. Raz Holmes, absolutely fantastic. If you're looking to build a home, hit up Raz Holmes. Rules is an absolute legend. Is it Kami?
Yeah.
Is that how it's
Kami.
pronounced?
Kami.
Any renovations you have on your house, hit up Kami Homes. They're fantastic. Eric will look after you. And Bottle Pasco Vale. If you need a drink after seeing that rubbish, if you need a drink after the Hawthorn game, come see me. Might drink with you. I don't know. Pretty depressed these days. Let's do it. Shout out to everyone who sponsors us. So
Yeah,
Excellent.
big
we're
shout out to
pretty
everyone.
blessed, right? We're pretty blessed to have these guys on board.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
we're even more blessed to have the good people in the chat who've stuck with us for almost 2 hours. So thanks for everyone who's stuck with us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And if you're keen to jump on that that board, if you have a small business and you'd like to be a part of the channel, hit us up. Let us know. Let's get that conversation going. Gentlemen, it's been, well, I don't know if it's been a pleasure or what it's been like.
I'm out.
Dying. Shout out Naz from Global Net. Absolute legend. Called me today, ruined my day, spoke about Carlton.
Brother, what's that?
It's brother. Nah.
Shout out Mohammed Hablos.
On your Hoblos. It's been a pleasure. To all those who joined in tonight, thank you so much for being a part of our first review for 2025, albeit not the way that we expected it to go. We will be back on for the round 2 preview for Carlton's first home game against the Hawks at the MCG on Thursday night.
Wednesday.
We will be on Wednesday though. For the
Yeah,
preview.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very good.
Make sure you tune in, huh? Our previews go off.
Jump on.
Like they're even
Jump on.
better than this.
Jump on.
We're doing a weekly giveaway, guys. We're literally just giving away $100 at a restaurant. Like, who the fuck does that every single week? Nobody but the Monday Blues.
Monday Blues.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Until Wednesday, gentlemen, and for all those watching along, it is sayonara from the Monday Blues. Thanks so much for joining in.
Sicky, no.
Fuck Carlton, man. Seriously.